Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Historically, XRP has always been a fantastic momentum player, perhaps the greatest momentum player out there. I mean, certainly it was true last market cycle. Think about it, from the bottom to the top for XRP, its movements from the bottom to the top last market cycle, it was up roughly 80,000%. And so it's just a matter of fact, based on available data, that XRP moves sideways for long periods of times. It really drains people. People lose patience. They exit their positions. But then inevitably, it just bursts to the upside. So I got a couple charts from a chart analyst that says, really, all eyes need to be on Bitcoin. But specifically, if the environment is right, sooner than later, you should expect this sleepy mode of XRP to end and finally see the burst that we're looking for. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a matter of time. As I've stated a number of times recently, because it's worth repeating, because you need to have your mind right in this space if you're going to actually have an opportunity for success here. You got to think long term, and you got to understand that the people that bought XRP in 2013 had to wait over 4 years to see those tremendous returns, because most of that time frame, XRP was hovering around half a penny. At one time, actually, it may have been in 2014, I'd have to double check, XRP did burst from half a penny to 6 cents, and then it quickly went back down, and people, well, I guess that was over, it's going to zero. 6 cents, folks. It moves by substantially more than that in a day sometimes at this point, and so it's all relative here. But that would have seemed dramatic back then, because that was a 12-fold increase and then a 12-fold crash. It just happened. So, but outside of that, it was mostly around half a penny and then burst to the upside eventually. Also, I want to share with you some on-chain data from Santiment, on-chain analytics firm, because I find it fascinating. I think it's underappreciated. I think technical analysis is very fascinating. Not that I don't want to learn it myself. I think it's fascinating to see people's perspectives that are in the space, but I don't think on-chain analytics are sufficiently appreciated. But you gotta see how the biggest players are behaving, and they're not behaving in a way that would indicate to me that they think that this bull market's over, which is interesting. Now, I do want to be clear at the outset, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say are right. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos all up in this bitch about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Up in this bitch. As I record this, XRP's at 74 cents, Bitcoin is at $41,700, market cap for the asset class just over $2 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 39.28%, and the Crypto Fear and Greed Index just updated. It updates once every 4 hours at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is currently 6:04 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, as I record this anyway. And it's the same level exactly as yesterday, 24 out of 100. Market participants in extreme fear, despite the fact that crypto offers the most clear path forward to life-changing wealth. People are in extreme fear right now. Don't make no damn sense to Moon Lambeau, but hey, emotions are emotions. And let me highlight this just briefly, because this made me LOL just a little bit. I got 2 to 3 chuckles out of this, which is a good range. So here's a tweet from Lamborghini. This is the official Lamborghini Twitter account with 2.1 million followers, and they're getting into crypto. Yes, for real. Like, even that concept alone is hilarious to me, because it's specifically the NFT space. But mind you, I have a special appreciation for this because my stupid name is Moon Lambeau. But anyway, here's what they tweeted out just yesterday. We love to get out of our comfort zone and discover new spaces. We are glad to announce Lamborghini Space Key, a space-themed artwork consisting of 5 units created by a secret artist with the carbon fiber material we sent to the International Space Station in 2019. Look, I didn't know that they sent some of their carbon fiber material up into space. That's kind of interesting. They did that again in 2019. It's so funny now that they're getting into crypto. And so check out their hashtags too. Hashtag Lamborghini, hashtag to the moon. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. We've got Lamborghini, the official Twitter account of Lamborghini, saying to the moon in a crypto tweet. You gotta love this stuff. One day, Moon, Lambo, both. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Leb Crypto. And I got a couple from him. This first one's from yesterday, the next one's from today. So here's the one from yesterday. XRP monthly chart. The coil is real and scary. Typically, very strong impulse moves come next. Will Bitcoin allow XRP and other alts to breathe and rally this quarter? Let's see. And so Love Crypto has been saying for some time here, XRP and presumably many other altcoins as well, eventually going to blast off, but that's, dependent upon Bitcoin not cratering down. If there are big moves with Bitcoin, obviously the market moves in tandem. If it's just kind of slowly chopping sideways, or God forbid, if Bitcoin itself is actually in a bear market, well, still fine. Maybe it chops sideways, maybe you see a somewhat dramatic move here and there. But if it's just doing that, still, if we're going to see the euphoric blow off top, then that wouldn't stop it. I think what Love Crypto is saying here is if you see a very negative sentiment in crypto with dramatic moves in the market moving in tandem as a result of that, then fine. Maybe the XRP party is delayed to some degree. But if not, he seems to think it's rather plausible that you could see that dramatic move to the upside. And so then he shared this, and I'm going to show you a chart in just a second. I'm going to make it full screen here. But here's the chart from Love Crypto just this morning. XRP is a momentum player. This is the DNA of its price action. Sleep/sideways/look dead for ages, then suddenly wake up and fly for 1 to 3 months. This is no hopium, pure technical analysis. If XRP breaks out of its rounded bottom and macro environment is favorable, it's flying. And by the way, he's been consistent on this message for years. And so here's the price action that dating back to, I guess this chart goes back to the tail end of 2013. And you can see this little wedge-looking shape right here. And eventually you get to a point where a move's got to happen. It's coiled up there and it burst to the upside. And now he's been talking about this rounded bottom formation. By the way, other analysts that I've been following, some of them are actually showing the same rounded bottom formation, including Ambessa. He's one of the more popular analysts out there that has been showing basically the same formation and calling it. He calls it the Ambessa Bowl, I think, or something like that, but it's the same rounded bottom thing. And so here you can see, here's been the expectations, and he's been updating this chart as time has passed for quite a while. And so the point is, you're going to reach an end point here where at some point it's going to have to break. And the question is it going to be to the upside? And that's why Love Crypto keeps saying, unless there's some sort of weird, wacky, horrible crypto sentiment, he thinks it's very plausible that sooner than later you are going to finally see that break to the upside. And so for me, again, this is why I keep reiterating consistently on this channel, because the repetition is very important and useful for humans, because emotions are the reason that people fail in this space. You have to have proper expectations. You have to understand that volatility occurs and not emotionally respond. That's what I think anyway. So you can buy, you can sell, you can hold. I don't care. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that the emotions have no place in making important financial decisions. That's my humble opinion. But a lot of people do emotionally respond, and so I thought I'd highlight this just for the fun of it. There's a tweet that I didn't get to see because it's from an account that since it came out, it's been deleted, so it was a newer tweet presumably. And chart analyst Credible Crypto, he didn't like whatever it was, and I wish I could see it, but again the account's gone now. And so he responded, and he wrote, "Just effing can't. I can't anymore. LOL." And I wish I could see what he's responding to, but I got the gist of it based on what he wrote here. And then in all caps, he wrote, "Nothing has changed. Zoom out and wait, or you will literally sell the bottom." And then he gets turns off the caps lock there, so you can see. I get it. He runs into these people all the time. I'm telling you, like I got nothing but sympathy for all these people that put their necks on the line, and they do share their expectations because they're analysts in terms of where this is all going. I'm glad I'm not doing that. Like I just generally say that my anticipation is to the upside, but I'm not making price predictions or anything like that. I'm glad I'm not an analyst, because then I'd be getting kicked in the face even more and more frequently. So anyway, I'm just saying I got respect for the people that take the abuse here, because people do get upset at these people because it's just movements in something you've invested in. It causes these people to get really emotional. I understand. And he's talking about a cryptocurrency called CRV here, but I wanted to highlight this because it doesn't matter what the crypto is. People are behaving the same with all of them. So the Incredible Crypto wrote, "And if you didn't buy to hold for 6 months, then definitely sell the bottom right now, because you have to hold a coin for longer than a day to make money when it goes up, LOL." Which is true, right? And then somebody responded and wrote, then where was the sense in shilling this coin at $4.67? And for reference, as CRV, and again, this could be any coin, I'm just highlighting that the sentiment doesn't just occur with XRP holders. It's with holders of every coin that exists. So it's not just you, it's not just holders of XRP. Most coins do move sideways for most of the time, or down, that they exist. That's just true. The big bursts up, they happen less frequently. And for XRP, you can arguably make the case that it trades sideways even longer than most, and with fewer bursts, but when the bursts happen, they're more notable. Historically, that's just how it's behaved. So that's a little bit different, but still, the patience game is a real thing and it's required. And so here you can see this token that's currently trading at $4.17, but at the beginning of this year, it was up as high as $6.56. So of course, now that it's gone down and some people bought up there, what do you know? We've got emotional people tagging Credible Crypto. Oh my gosh, it's going down, and all of your expectations about this coin, they're garbage because volatility exists, which volatility is a known factor in the space, folks. What the hell your problem is? What is your malfunction? Let me do it right, hold on. What is your malfunction? It don't make no damn sense. And so Credible Crypto responded and said, I've been talking about it since it was under $3. And again, it's over $4 now. Talking about it since it was under $3. Even at $4.67, it's still a great price. In fact, I bought more at $5. I don't care what happens on the day-to-day. Higher time frame chart is bullish, and I'm loading up at $5 and under, and will sell for no less than 5 to 10x. And so think about it. What did I say at the beginning of the video? It was at some point, again, I believe in 2014, XRP went from half a penny to 6 cents. That was a 12-fold increase, and then it cratered back down. How much would you love to just load up on 6-cent XRP right now? And so that's why these people, like, if you don't have a sufficient time frame in mind, you're going to have a bad time. It's just a matter of fact. And so there's other expectations. I don't want the video to go too horrendously wrong, so I'll just try and be brief here. I don't feel like I need to read all these tweets, but I do keep seeing from a ton of analysts a strong recognition that as far as Bitcoin, we are at an extremely crucial price point. Pretty much everybody agrees on this, from the blockchain backer to Credible Crypto, Michael Vandepop, El Capo, so on and so forth. And they disagree slightly on exactly what that level or range is. Some would say maybe it's more close to like 40,000. Some say 41,000, 42,000. They're all about in the same ballpark, is the point. And even the blockchain backer noted recently that, hey, this level right around here, it's acted as either support or resistance, which is a very crucial level for Bitcoin for over a year at this point, actually. And so there is a recognition amongst all sorts of analysts that right now this is the level to watch. Most analysts do think that this level will roughly hold. So like, even if we see a little bit more downward price action, say we even get down to $39,000 or something like that, perhaps that would be the case. But what I'm seeing from most analysts that I follow is that the expectation, even if in the very short term goes down a little bit, that could result in some relief. And then the dispute comes to, okay, well, is Bitcoin in a bull market or a bear market? If it's in a bear market, you're still going to see it crater down. You'll see this crashing structure play out for presumably most of this year. If Bitcoin's not in a bear market, though, it's not going to well, there's a couple different ways that people have different ways of thinking. Some think that even if we're in a bull market, you could potentially still see Bitcoin as low as $30,000. Now, that seems to be a minority opinion for people that still think Bitcoin's in a bull market. So if that's the case, if it really is in a bull market, what I'm seeing from most analysts I follow is that if you maybe see relief, but at some point it's still going to like have more dramatic bursts to the upside at some point, presumably this calendar year. I'm just sharing that's what I generally see here. And here's a tweet from chart analyst Michael Vandepop, who couldn't be more bullish on the space in general, even if there are temporary pullbacks. He wrote, "The market is in buy territory, B-U-Y territory. So stop complaining about a further drop or any paper losses on your portfolio. Start getting more income to put into assets to invest. The market isn't over. Definitely not." And he's specifically talking about Bitcoin there, but he's bullish on the entire space. He's made that perfectly clear. And in terms of Bitcoin short-term price expectations, he and El Capo had about the same thing. There's a couple tweets on your screens. I don't feel it necessary to necessarily read through them. But I do want to highlight this. This is from the Daily Hodl. Bitcoin mega whales make reappearance as Bitcoin struggles to stay above $40,000. crypto intelligence firm Sentiment. As the price of Bitcoin continues to track sideways in early 2022, Bitcoin mega whales appear to be buying back into the space. According to crypto analytics firm Sentiment, in the past 3 months, 10 new Bitcoin whale addresses have reappeared that hold 10,000 or more Bitcoin, raising the total number of mega whales to 89. Now, the new addition represents a 12.7% increase from the 79 mega whales that existed in late October, which was a 9-year low. And here's the chart that Sentiment shared. And so I just wanted to highlight, and you can see here. Look, I can describe what's happening here. So the green is showing the price action of Bitcoin, and then this purple line is showing the number of what they're dubbing mega whales. And you can see it was at a 9-year low right here where I'm circling, October of 2021. And so it does seem that there were whales selling around here. But what ultimately happened? Look, see, there was accumulation, and it was just interesting to see the time frame. Like in particularly, to see that they've been purchasing most recently, despite the price action that we've been seeing for the last X number of weeks in terms of scary Bitcoin price action. It's one more thing that you can be aware of. I'm not saying it's the end-all be-all, but I'm just saying it's worth being aware of how the bigger movers, the bigger players in the space are behaving in times when market sentiment is very scary, because we know, and it's provably true in the stock market and in crypto, whatever the masses are feeling at the time, they're probably just wrong. If it's extreme greed or extreme fear, they're probably just wrong, because it's going to change at some point, inevitably. And so it is what it is. The masses do what they do. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.